guys, this is a little bit strange. Just walking, I noticed police is just parked in the middle of the road. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here, guys. Today I just want to talk a little bit about Canadian culture. Basically, my observations of Canadian culture and how it can be different from other cultures. Like, what is the thing that distinguishes Canada from the rest of the world? What is there, Nico?
Everything is Ukrainian.
Look at yeah, serious. Guys, this car is like, look at this. This is like Ukrainian design here. Talking about Canadian culture, the biggest community of Ukrainians here. And this is, guys, Ukrainian church behind me. It's like basically Ukrainian community in Canada is huge, and lots of people in Canada, like Canadians, are actually consider themselves to be descendants from Ukraine, or they had at least one relative in their ancestry who was from Ukraine, and they have really bright memories of that person. Let me start, guys, by saying that Canadian culture, it's a really diverse culture. It's a combination of all different cultures from around the world. It started with, British or Scottish people, French people coming here, and then people from all over the world. Like Toronto, there's like over 200 something languages people speak in that place. What I'm saying is, Canadian culture, it's becoming realities. It's a really diverse culture and a combination of all those world traditions. Some people celebrate Diwali, some people celebrate, like Easter, and some people celebrate, Eid Mubarak and Ramadan and Chinese calendar. It's a combination of the entire world of cultures, but there is something that distinguishes Canadians from everybody else, and such things are politeness. For example, in Canada, people are really polite to each other. It doesn't matter of your status, of what you do. For example, I know in some cultures, if you're doing some low-paid job, for example, I was volunteering. I was basically a person at the entrance of one big hotel where all the business people, business owners, rich guys, some of them probably were millionaires, going there. And I was just a person at the entrance volunteering there. I was getting their names and they were greeting me. What I'm trying to say is, if you are, for example, from Ukraine, you know that those rich guys, they wouldn't give much attention to a simple person who is standing at the door. Canadians are really polite to everyone, even the person of a low status, low income, and a position like in social status. You're still treated with respect and dignity, and you feel equally valued. You have equal rights. Next thing about Canada, guys, like Canadians always apologize, they always say sorry. They're really nice to other people, extraordinarily nice. If you are walking through the door and there is a person in front of you, 99% of the people, there are some douchebags here too, don't get me wrong, but 99% of you, somebody's going to hold the door for you. When you're going there, they would say hi, they would smile to you. Some people would say that those people who smile, they might be not as sincere, and they might be minding their own business. But I'll tell you this, guys, it still creates that moral, impact to you, and brings that happiness. Look at this Toyota, by the way, that's so cool. Brings that happiness of living in such an amazing culture, guys. Guys, there's one more thing you should know about Canada is lots of people here are focused on giving back to the community, volunteering. It's one thing that, for example, I'm not used to in Ukraine. We usually, not many people would volunteer. And here lots of people believe in giving back to the community, giving back to the place where they live. Lots of people are actually going to the third world countries to volunteer, to help out for free. This way they get to travel the world and they get to help people. It's like a different level of social system. Look at this place, guys, Inglewood Art Supplies. I always come by, it's kind of, guys, one more thing that you have to know. Lots of people here, they give back to the communities. They volunteer, and it's like something that I'm not used to being from Ukraine, because we don't usually do anything like, volunteering is doing something for free basically, guys. And here people, they would give back to the community, to the place where they live. They would go to the other countries, support those people who are in need, and they wouldn't take money for it. They would go there, contribute their labor, sacrifice their life standards, the comfort where they are living in, for the communities of the countries where people actually need help. And that's something that, distinguishes Canadians from a bigger part of the world. It's one of those few countries that does care for the globe, for the other countries, for other people. Canada is the first country that was helping out Ukraine. It was one of the first countries to recognize Ukrainian independence after Soviet Union collapsed. It was one of the first countries to support Ukraine when there was an aggression coming from, Russian side, from Russia. Canada is one of those countries that accept refugees, like that recent lady refugee who escaped from, I believe, from her family in Saudi Arabia. And supporting those different religions, different cultures. It's just, I think that's basically Canadian culture. And also Canadians are really proud people. As you can see the flags, Canadian flags with the maple leaf on top of it, they're all over the place. People are proud here to be Canadians, to stand for what they are and who they are on the planet, like their cultural norms in the society, and to the standard that they have put upon themselves as nice people and one of the most supporting people in the world. Guys, I said so many good things about Canadians. In fact, they are awesome. And just to prove my point, look at this poster here. This is a Canada Post poster, and this is community cleanup, volunteering. You can sign up to volunteer basically. They tell you how to do that to support your community. And one more thing, guys, I want to add. I mentioned it in a couple of videos already. Like, Canadians love their streets, they love their houses, they love the places where they live, and they take pride of the places. They actually believe in their heart that the city where they live, it belongs to them, and it has to be maintained like your own house, like your own place. They take care of the communities, and that's something that I really do love here. Even the housing in here, as you can see, you have to get a permission from the government, from the local communities, from the city, if you want to build a different house from everybody else. So you cannot just go ahead and change everything as you will. It has to follow some community norms and be accepted by the community where you live in. Guys, I just stopped to look around and noticed I used to go to that place. That's where my boss has his warehouse of junk that he keeps there. I used to work for a guy. Guys, this country is a really good place to live, and the entire system is built in such a nice, manner. It's a democracy, it's not a socialistic country. Medicine is free, and lots of good stuff I can say about Canadian culture. And it's all built on the sense of community. Even the elections are made in such a way that you vote for a person who is representative of your district, electoral district, guys. And that's how the things run here. It starts from one place, and from the local government, municipal government, to the provincial government, to the federal government, and that's how the entire country is built, from those people just like you and me, guys, who are living here. And that's Canadian culture. It's awesome. It's not just hockey, it's not just maple leaf, it's not just maple syrup, it's not just like those things that we stereotype Canada with. It's so much more. It's the people, the cultures, the country, and the beautiful place, nature. And you should come here. Like, if you haven't been to Canada, you should come and visit this country at least once. Guys, I also want to say that lots of people in Canada, they don't only use like excuse me and thank you and please, you know, this kind of lots of stereotypes coming towards Canada like that for people saying that, but also they smile to you, they say hello when they meet you, they greet you. It, you know, guys, I think that, you know, when you don't know a person and that person is smiling to you and says hello, how are you, like Canadian police, for example, same situation, guys. I'm just amazed by the guys here. I'm used to be afraid of police. Like, you know, in Ukraine, they're grumpy, they are usually busy, and they're not really pleasant guys. Like, really, they had course in Ukraine to teach police how to smile for the European football games. But in Canada, police, they are smiling to you when they're patrolling the river. They would wait for you. Like, I had chance to take a selfie. There's a, I think it was Division 9 of Toronto Police in downtown on the bicycles. You know, it's a policeman here. It's not just for fighting criminals, but it's more like a community service too. And they are really nice to talk to and really nice to deal with. And when you are dealing with them, you actually feel that they are providing a certain kind of service to the people. And it's a really pleasant experience overall, guys. Dealing with police in Canada, and Canadians in general are really nice people. Guys, a tip for those of you who are planning to come to Canada, international students, new immigrants, searching for a job. Guys, if you're a religious person, like this is a Ukrainian church. For that matter, there is down the road there is a Chinese church, there is a Hindu temple over there. And if you drive towards that area, northeast of Calgary, like that way, there is a mosque. If you're, it doesn't matter which religion you are, there is a temple. There are so many of them all over Canada, in every single city, in so many neighborhoods. For example, if you go to a church, there is usually a breakfast after the service. For example, if you go for a Sunday service, they would have tea, breakfast. You don't have to pay for it. Like, don't get me, like, I'm not that cheap, you know, I'm Ukrainian and I love free breakfast. But that's not the point. The point is finding a job and networking. I'm not encouraging for you to, you know, if you're not a religious person, to go anywhere, but if you are coming from somewhere, if you are going to any temples in your home country, this can be a good opportunity for you for a free networking event where you don't have to pay anything to meet people, and you would get, you know, guys, you would get like a breakfast for free, because I'm Ukrainian and free, it matters. Guys, seriously, Ukrainians are so cheap, you don't know, guys. And anyways, that's not the point, guys. Just a tip for you if you're coming to Canada. It should be good. It's a beautiful sunset. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys, if you haven't already. Subscribe to this channel. We will see you next video. Have a good one. Have a good one, guys.